Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Persis Elavia, consultant physiotherapist. In our physiotherapy centers, we see a lot of thoracic stiffness patients. Thoracic is your middle spine or your upper back as we call it. Now this thoracic stiffness arises in daily activities while poor postures at the computer and stuff like that. But we are not talking about that today. What we are talking about is medical conditions where you land up with true thoracic tightness and stiffness and thoracic spine problems in itself, pathologies. Now this is commonly seen in ankylosing spondylitis patients or severe arthritic patients. It is also seen in smokers. So if you are a chronic smoker, you develop what is called as an pigeon shape. The front is also rounded and the back is also rounded, and the ribs are very upright, and that is a true thoracic pathology. And finally you see it in post heart surgery patients. So in open heart surgery, the sternum is cut open and the rib cage is completely opened. The heart surgery is done and the rib cage is closed. Now the back thoracic spine joints are completely ripped apart and put back into place, and this can overall over time cause a lot of problems. Being a serious medical condition, nobody actually considers this thoracic stiffness or does anything about it till after 5 years, 10 years, the patient starts having other problems because of this stiffness. They have a neck issue or a back issue, and shoulders, they can't move their shoulders fully up because of this stiffness. And hence, to address the stiffness early on or even after these problems start off is very important. Now, being medically challenged because of their heart problems or asthmatic or bronchitis because of the smoking or because of severe arthritis, they cannot load their joints much. They cannot do heavy cardiovascular running, jogging type exercises, and they cannot go to the gym and lift severe weights and so on. And hence here Pilates becomes the best form of exercises for these patients. What we're going to demonstrate today is a series of exercises that can be done specifically to open up the thoracic spine in these medically challenged patients. Hope you enjoy them. Okay, so the first exercise that we are going to be doing is an overhead reach in a tabletop position. Now, just because this is a patient where we want more thoracic mobility, we are using a thoracic roll at the level of the T7 or the middle of the thoracic spine. So we put the roll down here, we lie down, set our key elements, so get our ribs down, engage our core, engage our obliques, get the chin nicely in control, the shoulders nice and flat, and then keeping the control, lift one leg up at a time in a tabletop position. Once we put the legs together, once we are in that position, we put our arms overhead, and then we can either do one arm at a time overhead. So this results in a nice stretch of the thoracic spine along with an oblique control, or we can also do both arms together. So we do both arms together now, and that we get a nice elongation of the entire spine, and the challenge on the rectus or the abdominal muscle is much more here. Second exercise we are going to do is actually an ab press. Now, because we want a backward movement of the spine or thoracic extension, we are doing this specifically on the foam roller. So you lie down with the foam roller on the mid spine, or again the middle of the thoracic spine. Legs bent, hands overhead underneath the neck or crossed underneath the neck. And now we are doing a nice backward stretch, but you've got to control with your obliques and not let them flare much. Come up into a prep position and gradually go back without losing too much of the abdominal control. A little bit will go because we're getting that stretch in the upper spine, but we do not want too much arching of the spine. We want a good control of the rolling front and going backwards. So this exercise is now the arm opening exercise, and it's working on the rotation exercise, your legs are nice and bent and stable. You've engaged your obliques and your core. Your head is nicely supported and your arms are straight out in front. Now, to start the exercise, we stretch the top arm out to get the top rotation without moving the pelvis. And then we take the arms back as we are causing a rotation of the thoracic spine. As you can see, she's not moving her pelvis. There is no movement of the hips and there is only movement of the spine. So we are getting a nice opening of the thoracic spine to rotate and twist the body, not only front and backwards. So this is a good rotational stretch of the thoracic spine. This is another exercise that's going to challenge the thoracic rotation. This exercise is on all fours or crawl position, and that is why it's a little bit more challenging of the control of the spine, unlike lying down on the back or sideways. So here what we do is, it's a needle and thread exercise, and all you do is lift your arm up and out, open up the chest first, and then drop it down underneath the other arm to drop. Now as you can see, her pelvis is not rotating, only the thoracic spine is rotating. You will see a slight upward and downward movement of the pelvis, which is normal. But what we do not want to see is a lot of rotation happening at the pelvis. This exercise can then be progressed to a side plank position. Okay, so here the challenge on the stability of the spine is much more. And a similar exercise, but now with a lot more challenge. The next exercise we're going to show you is actually in wide sitting. So you're sitting on your sitting bone, legs slightly wide, about 3 to 4 feet apart, as much as you can, bearing in mind that the adductors and the hamstrings will be stretching a little bit. And then what we want to do is, initially we want to do a spine twist. So arms by the side, and we're twisting the spine here. Now this basically gives you good control of your abdominals to work, the obliques to work, while you're twisting the top part of your spine. And because you're sitting in the long sitting position, the challenge on the abdominals is much more. The second exercise in this position is called the mermaid, and this is challenging the sideways movement of the spine. So what we are doing here is one arm raised up and bending sideways. Now this also we are challenging the control of the pelvis. We don't want, when you are say bending to the left side, we don't want the right hip to come up too high. We want to control that hip movement, and we want both the sitting bones to be well balanced while you are moving your upper spine. This final exercise that we are demonstrating is actually an upright arm opening. The key part here is that the inside leg is bent, giving you an asymmetrical pelvis position. So one pelvis is bent in one position, the other is nice and straight, challenging again the control of the spine while you are rotating your thoracic spine. So now arm forward, both the arms forward, stretch forward, and now like the arm opening, open up going backwards. Now the wall here will give you a nice challenge to open up the chest, and what we also do not want is the bent leg to come forward. So the bent leg touching the wall will nicely control your spine from the lower spine or the pelvis to rotate while you are rotating the upper spine. This is a very challenging exercise for keeping the spine upright as well as controlling it with the abdominals while you are rotating. Finish off our workout, we are going to do a couple of stretches that will help you relax and stretch out the spine after an intensive workout like we've done. So what you want to do is the back and camel stretch, where you spinal, raise your spine up to stretch upwards in a camel position, and then drop down into a cat position. And you can do that and stay in that stretch position for a couple of seconds, like a drop down into a cat position and stay there. The next exercise is a backward rock stretch. So you come down into the cat position a little bit and then sit back on your heels to get the elongation and the stretch of the spine. Stay there for about 5 to 10 seconds and that should be good enough. And then come back to the center. You can do